Yes, yes, and then you'll be smoked by all the... Yes, yes, and then you'll be smoked by all the rappers and make them do a whole lot of dumb shit that fuck up their careers. Yes, you will.
The ways they try to say
shower. I took a shower because I was kind of dirty.
You took a shower?
And mommy said I gotta take a shower because you kind of stink. And I just wanted to wash up and make my mommy happy.
Okay. Yeah. Hi, Tway. How you doing, Tway?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
Tway, Uncle Tway over there. The dean is it's a Saturday night.
It's Saturday night. We went in with my friends, and you want everybody in the chat want to have friends and stuff like that.
And the twat. And maybe Twitter.
And maybe if y'all can come inside to call and we can play with my Hot Wheel toys.
Yeah, yeah, you can get in here. No laughing. No, people get in the car with us. We put with the little blinkety thing on the wire where it blinks red, yellow, red, yellow.
Red, yellow. I think it was the oval because that's what my mom told me. Because it was like, no, she didn't say it was square. Because I thought it was square, but she was like, I got a little bit confused. But it's actually an oval.
It's an oval. Okay, so it's like the Taco Bell.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's a hexagon.
It's a hexagon.
You know, here's the thing, people. Like, you know, for everyone that's in LA, by the way, having a good time and not hanging out with our dumbasses, and I think this is not going to keep people that are actually watching this right now to stay. It's not going to happen. But Trey, welcome. I like you being on here, man. Just like you're such a beautiful young man. I just like you know.
Well, you know, I'm always on the ringside hangouts. I decided, you know what? Let me bust through a little bit. Let me broaden my horizons out here.
Yeah. I like how you did that voice. You bust through, man.
No, people, before you leave, I know you got like 3 wrestling fans right here. This is not the ringside hangout. We tried to do this shit yesterday. We tried to, but that shit didn't work. But we tried to do the midnight show.
Oh, you know, we tried, but we're gonna fucking succeed, son. It's the ringside
hangout. Yeah! Crossover. No, people, it's time to attack the chat. It is Saturday. It is Saturday, 7:30 CST. I want all you guys just to bring it in, just the community thing, the midnight chat attack. I think we got some people watching thanks to Ganja Guru out there in LA with the folks like that. I think they're tuning in as well. This is the midnight chat attack where we just chill, hang out, talk to the community, be lovey-dovey and sappy and shit like that. We so close from being so lovey-dovey that we're almost gay. We don't reach that pinnacle yet. We don't reach that level, but it's really, really close. Like we're just like one notch away from having butt sex.
That shirt's going to do it for us, though. That's pretty gay.
We're one notch away from being just totally gay and just totally free with ourselves. But you know what? If you're gay, we're gay. We're all comfortable with each other.
Jesus Christ, people, the channel, fucking A. We're not gay. God damn it. Not that there's anything wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. People, if you guys are gay watching this, then, by the way, if someone's gay and you say that, you know, you're gay to a gay person, are they offended still? That's one of those things.
Tell them about that YouTube channel.
Yeah. So okay, YouTube channel. People, speaking of gay, Starbucks, unicorns, all that bullshit. You know, people. I don't even know what's wrong with me. But yeah, Midweek Chat Tech. That's my favorite show. The Midnight Chat Tech is cool too, I guess. I mean, I don't know. This is Anthony's shit, honestly. Anthony, you like the Midnight Chat Tech, right? You're a big fan.
I'm a big fan of the Midnight Chat Attack 7:30 CST every Saturday. It makes me feel good inside. It suits my needs.
I like the Ringside Hangout. Trey, what's your favorite show? Midweek, midnight, Ringside Hangout?
I gotta say the Ringside Hangouts, you know, because I'm on the show, you know, like, I always see Adrian saying fuck wrestling, but I'm offended, because I'm on that show. Like, you guys can at least come see me, right? I'm barely around
support
here.
your man, Trey Cooper, the Poopa Scooper. You know what I'm saying? Shit. I don't even know what the fuck. I'm just trying to rhyme shit. It's dumb. But no, people, yeah. You guys come over here. We got the Ringside Hangout, which is at the bottom again. I gotta come back and fucking fix this shit. It's right at the very, very bottom next to Toasted Creative Collection. What's wrong with you, Anthony? Why do you feel so fucked up with the Ringside Hangout? You do this shit all the time.
I'm sorry. I just know people really don't like wrestling that much, so I just try to just like a little. It's kind of like that girlfriend that you have, but you really don't want nobody to see her. So it's just like, hey, you stay in the house. You know what? You just stay in the house. We don't need to show you at all. Just stay there. So that's kind of like how the Ringside Hangouts is. It's just like, I do it, but I don't know if I like it or not. So it's just like,
yeah, you're an asshole. Because here's the thing, man. I think that look at the views. You can't fucking fuck with. It's only 160.
Go the one down there, 443.
Oh yeah, see, boom, see, we're about to make millions. Oh, no,
oh my God, we about to pull in that YouTube money.
Oh yeah, some pennies, son. Just also, too, people, life advice. You know, I know we're being stupid right here, but sometimes we get very smart. We talk about very important things in the life, the world of life, and how to live your life. And coming from us dumbasses too, by the way. I don't know if you guys want to like take a life advice from us.
No, we actually, man, come on now. You get like, okay, people, we actually do give good life advice sometimes, and mostly it's not even our dumbasses. Mostly it's everybody that comes on here and stuff like that. Mostly they're actually giving good advice, and we just sit there and watch and be like, I agree with that guy.
Yeah,
so
write down all the notes and shit.
Yeah, exactly. So it's actually good shit like that. But you know what? Fuck all of that stuff. We talk about the past, the archives, the live streams. But how do you actually participate in this fucking thing right here?
I remember when we talked about in the beginning, we were talking about the oval, and you click on the oval on the left side of your fucking screen.
The left side of your damn screen, you're gonna see this thing that's gonna be blinking red and yellow, and it's only gonna be blinking red and yellow if you sign up for doubletoasted.com. On the Double Toasted site, you're gonna see that shit. It's gonna be the PM system. I know Corey Coleman didn't tell you, but I'm telling you now. It's gonna be on the left side of your screen. You're gonna see that little PM pop up. It's gonna be blinking red and yellow. You click that PM, it opens up. You see a Google Hangouts link. You click that link, and you hop inside the call magically. Magic.
Just like this unicorn fucking Starbucks thing from Eric.
Exactly. It's delicious.
You're trying to advertise these people, aren't you, Eric? God damn, man.
Damn, man.
Jesus. But I do want to get it, though. That shit looks fucking delicious. I ain't gonna lie.
Man, no. It's nasty.
It's nasty? Okay, well, shit. You know, the fucking Eric... Ooh, I don't give a fuck. No, anyways.
But it's not nasty. Nick, what's not nasty is those rules. Because tell those people, the newcomers that's probably coming on that want to come on the MCA, tell them about the rules.
I'll tell them about the rules. People, newcomers, join the call first, okay? Don't be over there being like, hey, man, like, I've been here forever. I'm first. Like, no, fuck you, dude. I'm sick of your face. Number 2, don't talk over each other, okay? If we talk over each other, then we can't hear what you're saying, so there's no point of you fucking talking because we can't hear what the fucking saying, man. Rule number 3, no nudity. Unless you got titties. And do that in the after hours, not during the show, because we'll get in trouble, and then we can't see those titties anymore. Don't give anybody the link. If you guys get the link, and I will not make a joke about this, if you guys give somebody else a link, it ruins the flow of the show, and now I got to kick the person out, and that creates some kind of fucking drama with them. We have enough drama with the Will Valley toast-to-toast shit, so don't fucking piss me off any more than you already do, alright, man? So do not give anybody else a link, because I will yell at you, and I will kick you out of the call, and I want to do that because I fucking like you, man. And rule number 5 is read the rules, and Trey Cooper, Pooper Scooper, dude, what do you do?
Fuck! Don't be a dick, motherfucker.
And while we actually waiting for people to actually get their popcorn, get their snacks, and actually come in the call, just a few things that I want to go over right quick. Happy Earth Day for those who actually give a fuck about Earth Day, the Blue Planet Day.
Earth Day, dude.
Earth Day. It's like happy birthday to the planet. Goddamn. It's like treated well. Whoever gives a fuck about that. Yeah, I care about the planet. So I just want, because I didn't know if it was today or yesterday, but I was just like, oh, it's today. So yeah, happy Earth Day to everybody out there.
And also the Earth's birthday.
You would give it like,
bad joke. Just
I don't know. But yeah, I'll also say happy birthday to Josh out there. He's also a Double Toasted member. I can't remember his name on Facebook. I want to say it's like Damien or something like that. Yeah. But also happy birthday to Josh. He usually doesn't watch us too much because he's always busy and stuff like that. But he usually comes in.
Big ass fucking mustache. Yeah.
No, but just wanted to say happy birthday to him as well. And last thing that I wanted to cover, because we just did the anime night this week. People, if you ever want to participate in that, because I usually post it on Facebook and tell people like, yeah, we're doing anime nights, MCA anime nights. We're doing this. This is the theme. This is what we're doing. So if you guys ever have free time on Thursdays, every other Thursday, so the next Thursday after this Thursday, we'll be doing it again. But you guys actually get to vote on what's the theme. And me and Trey have talked, and we're mostly thinking about doing a certain studio spotlight theme. But where you guys come in is we want you guys to actually vote on which studio we actually do this with the studio spotlight. Oh shit, no, that was wrong. No, but the actual the poll right here, the poll in the actual, let me post that in the chat, because we actually got different choices and stuff like that. But yeah, we got Toho Anime, Gynex, Studio Trigger, and A1 Pictures. So whatever one, which one you guys think that probably have like a better anime night? Because you know Gynex, you got what the fuck is Gynex again?
Gynex, they did Panty and Stalking, Gurren Lagann, Mutants Evangelion. Anime's kind of like that.
Yeah, animes like that. And then you got like A1 Pictures that did Sword Art Online and stuff like that. So whichever one you think we have better fun with, the animation studio, because we're going to pick animes based on that animation studio. So whichever guys you think is the best anime studio out of all of those. And we're actually thinking of making this like like probably like every time we do an anime night, we're probably gonna do like this is probably gonna be like a monthly thing. I think that's what we said, Trey.
Yeah,
yeah. I think we're gonna make it like a monthly thing. So like every once a month, we're gonna do like this studio spotlight thing where we watch animes based on the animation studio, stuff like that. So yes, pick, vote, do that shit. Listen to me.
Do it. No, man. Yeah. But you know what though? I have some announcements too. If you guys want to watch some wrestling with me, I got no one to watch it with, so you guys can watch some wrestling. It'll be fun.
I'm here.
How you doing, Cedric? Man, by the way, fuck everybody with anime night. By the way, half the time you say anime night, I think you're gonna do this like enema, fucking sticking things up people's asses, like enema night. Like you always say it like that. Say anime. Jesus.
Sorry.
Fucking pervert. God damn it.
Damn, Jesus.
I'm just saying, I'm mad. Anime night's all popular and shit.
Look, I understand the backlash you got from Will's show is getting to you, but there's no need to take it out on everybody else.
Oh boy.
Damn!
You know what?
Oh, boy.
On next episode, we're gonna build a bigger one. A better one. Why do I always get that shit wrong? I always get it wrong. I always say bigger one. It's supposed to be better one. Anyways, speaking of better, Fast and the Furious is still fucking trendy for some reason. That's what we're going to talk about right now. So before we even get into this particular topic, has anyone seen Fast 8 or Fate of the Furious?
I did.
I'm going to see it next week.
You can see it next week. Okay, how about you, Adrian?
I saw it. Was it last week it came out? Yeah.
Yeah, and apparently, and I'm surprised with this because I didn't think anyone gave this much of a shit, but apparently Fast and the Furious 8 beat Star Wars Force Awakens, biggest global opening of the weekend ever. I am so surprised because I could have sworn we were all aware that this fucking shit sucks.
It's like one of those good popcorn movies. It's just like people just enjoy them. It's kind of like those movies where you could just go in there and just have like a good time. I mean, like look what it was competing against. It was competing against Star Wars, which really doesn't have the most in-depth story when you think about it. So it's just like
don't say that.
No, whoa, shit.
Oh,
yeah.
let's desert him.
Not piss anyone off.
Yeah, I'm gonna piss him off anyway, Adrian. Come on now, it's the internet. But no, it's like when you think about those type of blockbuster movies, really most of them like they just go there to have fun. That's one reason why people was kind of surprised by Civil War and how like in depth that story was. It was just like, you don't expect these blockbusters to have that much of a smart ass story like it does. So it's just like these type of movies, they just go there just to have fun. And from what I heard, because I think Alan Birdman, he usually does the MCA with us. He said recently went to go see it, and he said something about zombie cars. It was just like, yeah, that sounds dumb as shit on paper.
Wow.
It sounds dumb as shit on paper.
Oh, I'm not kidding. They're really in there.
No, yeah, it sounds dumb as shit. Like just zombie cars. What the fuck? That sounds really retarded. But us probably actually seeing it, we probably like, damn, that was actually kind of fun. So
Yeah, it was.
it's like one of those things. So
Yeah, I don't know what the dealio is with Fast and the Furious though, but I do know that like, man, I was looking up topics for the show and everything, and literally I saw 3 fucking huge trendy like topics on Screen Rant and whatnot. Apparently, The Rock and Jason Statham were gonna get their own Fast and Furious spinoff.
Oh, I can't wait. They were the best part of that movie.
Okay, so this is a good thing to you then.
For me, yeah.
Okay, yeah. And, like, that's the thing, too. I mean, every time I see them two together doing a bunch of shit, it's just almost like they're just trying to, like, outdo each other as far as special effects. It's almost like the director and the guys who are doing the stunt coordination and everything. It's like, who do I like more, Jason Statham or The Rock? I'm just going to, like, have them do a bunch of shit at the same time and just see at some point, like, hey, this guy's better than the other one. But, yeah.
It's weird because it's like, Rock is really, and we, like me and you, even Trey, we know this as wrestling fans.
Oh, yeah.
He was really never a great actor, but he had charisma, so that kind of like overshadowed anything else he could do. So it's just like he has charisma in no matter what role he is. Because I personally, I don't think he's a good actor. I think he's just playing The Rock, and pretty much that's what people hire him for. Like they want that Rock persona, or they want that Dwayne Johnson persona. So he's good at just having charisma and stuff like that. So, and when I guess it could be like a nice buddy cop movie. You got like, Dwayne Johnson, that could be the straight man or the comedy man, compared to somebody like Jason Statham, that's mostly the straight man in most of his roles. I think that can actually be an interesting dynamic. I don't know what the fuck the movie would be about, but if this movie had fucking zombie cars, let's not go to space.
Yeah, and that's what everyone's saying too. I don't know why, but I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I like the idea of people being stuck in a prison together, because the same thing happened with Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger with the whole Escape Plan movie.
Escape
that
Plan.
movie
Escape Plan.
Yeah.
And this was basically the same thing in my opinion. I feel like this was a lot of like, hey, we're going to do a youthful, cool version of what Sylvester and Arnold did. Because you don't want to see old guys running around. You want to see guys in shape, beating the odds, even though there was like no deaths in this movie, because you can't do that. It's like, I don't know what the rule is, but I mean, basically they're using rubber bullets to shoot at The Rock and whatnot. You know, it's a little
Yeah, it could be like that buddy cop kind of movie and stuff like that, where it's just like, oh yeah, he's just the straight man and he's like just the funny man. It's just like, yeah, you can actually do an interesting dynamic because really, I haven't liked Jason Statham in any movie since the Transporter series. Like all the other movies I remember seeing him in, like I was actually so fucking hyped. I think it was called War. Him and Jet Li was in a movie together, and that movie turned out to be it turns out to be shit.
Yeah.
Wait,
So-
shit? No, that was a great.
No,
fucking
that movie was bad.
Of course. it was.
Oh, do the Trey cry. Do the Trey cry.
It was not good at all, and I did not like it. And I think he had another movie called Safe, and then the Mechanic movies. I just really haven't liked him in anything since. But from what I did see in the Fast and Furious movies, he was enjoyable. I heard a lot of people said he was actually one of the best parts in that one Jeanette McCarthy movie.
Melissa McCarthy.
Spy. Yeah, he was
Melissa
really good in
McCarthy,
that too.
Yeah, so I guess he could. That's what I'm saying. I'm really curious, just the dynamic that they could do in that spin-off movie. But that's just me.
Yeah, no, and I completely agree with you with that. Trey, how about you, man? Do you give a shit about Fast and the Furious and whatnot, dude?
Man, I want to say this. The last Fast and Furious movie I watched was Tokyo Drift.
Ooh.
And I'm just like,
Ooh, I'm sorry.
and after I saw that movie, I was like, man, this series is dead. Like, 'cause I enjoyed it to a certain extent, but it was like, oh man, this had nothing compared to Too Fast, Too Furious. I love Too Fast, Too Furious. But I thought Tokyo Drift killed the series. So my mind is wondering, how is this series still alive?
That's the thing. This had style, though, man. I remember when this came out, it was like, oh, shit, this is going to be fucking awesome, man. Like, it's just so stylistic. And I think, wasn't this, like, around the time when they did Sin City, or I'm too old, I'm not putting everything together right?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know. I remember there was a time where it was almost like people were starting to get nerdier in Hollywood, and they're like, oh, let's go this way with it. And this movie kind of had balls because didn't it not have all of those like super popular characters and the actors in the movie? Like this was kind of like a new cast.
It only had Bow Wow. Like it only really had Bow Wow, and like who gives a shit about Bow Wow? So this is like,
oh, you sure wasn't Ludacris?
No, but Bow Wow wasn't in. I just that joke. Like he wasn't in Too Fast, Too Furious or Fast and Furious. Like I see what you're talking about, Nick. Like they were trying to be brave and introduce a brand new cast and everything. But like, because Van Diesel didn't even appear to the end, of the movie.
It was like Wolverine at the end of X-Men Apocalypse. Like, by the way, I'm still here.
No, it kind of was like that. It was just like, you ready to
Pretty
run?
Here's your speeding ticket. I don't know.
I didn't start saying fuck the Fast and the Furious franchise until like the fourth one, where that when Van Diesel's girlfriend died, but she really didn't die. And I was just like,
yeah, that was.
Yeah, and I was just like, fuck this franchise. Like, when a Fast and the Furious movie, like a movie about racing, it starts to get confusing with its story. Yeah, fuck you.
The funny thing is, too, is like Resident Evil did the same thing with Michelle Rodriguez, where it was like one of those things where she died in Resident Evil 1, then she came back in the fourth movie or fifth movie, I think. And it was like, man, I think what people realize, like, she's great and she'd be great to kill, but then it's kind of like, oh, wait, like, she's fucking awesome. We need that woman. What can you do to bring her back? I think that's really what it is. I fucking love her, man. And, yeah, I mean, Fast and Furious is so fucking ridiculous. But, see how we changed? We started off talking positive about the movie, and then we started talking a little bit of shit because here's something that happened with the box office. Apparently, it dropped 60% in the second weekend. That's crazy to me. I never really heard of another movie. By the way, I'm not really into movies. I don't know about this type of shit. So, I mean, have you heard of anything else dropping this badly, like this fast?
Not that I can think of right now. Not for like a blockbuster movie. I don't know. Maybe Adrian would have something because she keeps up with the box office more than we do.
Yeah, have you heard anything about that, Adrian?
I haven't heard anything dropping like this, but
yeah,
nothing comes to mind right now.
What do you think the reason is, by the way?
God, I don't know. People saw it and they realized, oh, what the fuck is going on here? Like, I saw it. It was all right.
Yeah, I mean that's probably what everybody else thought. I think people were looking at it and are like, man, like we're totally winning through this whole fucking like we want to see it. We want to see crazy bullshit, and it's like, oh wait, we kind of don't want to see some crazy bullshit.
Yeah, it's like once you see it, because it's just like it's kind of like The Last Guardian to me. Like I know, like what the fuck does that have anything to do with it? But it's kind of like the hype has been built up for so long, or like you know what you're gonna get. Like that last Guardian came out, granted it had the hype and stuff like that, but when it finally came out, it didn't overexceed expectations. It didn't undersell. It was just right, and it was just like, yeah, this is exactly what we wanted. So it's kind of like that with Fast and the Furious. Like we know it's not going to blow nobody out the water. It's just like it's just going to be Fast and the Furious. So I guess the people that wanted to see it already have seen it. They got their full, and now they're just like, yeah, let's. I'm waiting on the actual good movie now.
Yeah, and I guess TJ or Chris Jamal Grayson, I'm just gonna call you Chris. Fuck you. I don't want to call somebody Chris because I feel like it's an insult at this point because of porno Chris. So I'm just like trying to be, a little diplomatic here. Sorry. But anyways, no. He said that Batman vs Superman also had 81% drop, and which is fucking massive.
That didn't surprise me. That piece of shit.
Yeah, and I think that's a huge.
Good.
No, I think that's a huge telltale of just like, yeah, that movie, I guess, fucking sucks, and people were probably praising it a little bit. And
No,
Aside from Ben Affleck, yeah, it sucked.
of course.
I really did not like Ben Affleck. I really did not like him in that movie.
Huh.
Like it was just like I know he was the best part, but like by a margin. But
That's
it's just
not
like
saying much, really.
yeah, exactly.
And the best part about having a girl shut in your face is that you have ass in your face. That's like,
Yeah, it's kind of like one of those things. It's just like, granted, I don't hate the movie just as much as everybody else. I'm just kind of indifferent on it. Like it was just like, oh, I've seen it, whatever. I wasn't mad or angry, but yeah, like Ben Affleck, like it's not like go see that movie just for Ben Affleck alone. It's like no.
yeah, no, it ain't gonna happen with anything. But earlier you brought up the hype because we were talking about hype of the movie and just like hype of Batman vs Superman, like shit dropped off. Now, granted, this is not like a numbers conversation we're about to have right now, but the thing is you brought up Last Guardian. Now, Last Guardian, I think it's already out. Like people actually kind of forgot. Like
No, it did. Like that's the funny thing about it. It's kind of reminded me of like that, and Uncharted 4 kind of did that too. It's just like people were just pumping it up, pumping the hype. Once it came out, nobody was talking about it no more because they got they fixed. It was exactly what people expected it to be.
There's something else that's doing that though, man. Because I was told this yesterday, and I did not give a fuck when Hovig, one of the listeners on the show and everything, he's actually on the Ringside Hangouts.
Ooh, wrestling.
Yeah, no, but anyways, he told me about Friday the 13th video game having a release date, finally. Man, dude, who gives a fuck at this point, Anthony?
I still do, just because, like I always say, always bring this up. Adam Sessler, the guy from G4 TV, used to do X-Play with Morgan Webb. That's the only reason why I like slightly care about this, because I'm really not a big horror guy. Plus, I'm really not big, and like if I was a horror fan, it would be like more like I care more about the Saw series more than Friday the 13th. Granted. This looks interesting and cool and stuff like that, but it's kind of pretty much nothing. Like the only thing that really scares me about this, like a big thing. Everybody remember Evolved and how that was pumped up and amped up and everything like that? People's just like, oh my God, you got to play Evolved. Then that shit, nobody fucking cared.
It was good, man.
No, it was good. And I still think it's actually a really interesting premise. But just that gameplay is something about that gameplay that just makes people not play it that very long. It doesn't have that much replay value. And this looks like no different. Like, granted, it's Jason. It's a big icon, big IP icon. But still, it's just that same gameplay. And I think that whatever it is with that gameplay, that's something that they're not doing that's just not keeping people invested. Plus, considering it's a game already like this called Dead by Daylight, which we's actually going to play on the MCA for one of the game nights and stuff like that. But it's just like that type of game mode just seems like it doesn't keep people's attention for very long. So that's the only thing that gets me a little bit scared. Plus, when I seen it, when they were showing it like at PAX East and PAX West, it looked kind of buggy too. So that's also getting me scared.
It really did. And that's the thing. Like, you brought up, like, the style of gameplay. Evolved has this thing where you feel, like, very intimate with your friends. Like, this is a great game to play with your buddies and shit. Yeah. And you're going against that big monster. And it's like, yeah, that formula works great. And then they have the same thing with fucking Friday the 13th over here. You know, granted, I mean, it's just a guy. You know what I mean? It's nothing as extravagant, whatever. But this is just for the horror fans. Like, I want to go ahead and ask around, though. Like Cedric, are you into horror movies at all, dude?
Depends. I'm only into certain ones. Like the last good one I saw was Cabin in the Woods. I still have to see Split if that's classified as a horror movie or a thriller.
Yeah, that probably classifies. How about you, Adrian? Like a big horror fan or not?
Yeah, it depends. Like I like some of the Freddy Kruger movies, that kind of thing. But
Okay, good. I was about to say, if you don't like Freddy Kruger, dude, we can
Of course, I love
Nick,
Freddy. Who doesn't?
I wanted to mention one thing, and Skull, you actually bring up a very, very good point because Twitch YouTubers, they always play those horror games. Like that was the very reason why Five Nights at Freddy's got its popularity, and then the Slender game got its popularity. But he pretty much just said this game is going to be really, really popular on Twitch for maybe like a week and then fall off. And that's how most of those horror games actually do. Like I said, that was the very reason why Five Nights at Freddy got its popularity and stuff like that, and all the mods and stuff like that. So yeah, it's just going to be one of those short games that people are just like, oh yeah, I remember that came out, and nobody's going to care about it anymore. They're just going to go right back to Overwatch.
No, I really feel like that's the case too. And then another thing too, when he talks about games falling off, Division had that happen as well. It just depends on whatever's the most popular thing, and this is really just going based off of just popularity. This is all just like, oh, it's a new thing, and we're trying to do like a horror movie video game, and let's see how it is. But like, this is the same kind of hype I remember from Until Dawn. Now, granted, this is obviously going to be better than Until Dawn because this will be an actual fucking game. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and ask you, Trey. Like, is there hype for you as far as this game goes, or whatever, man, or not really?
Not really. The video game nerd, angry video game nerd, did a review on the last Friday the 13th game, and even then, I was just like, "What the hell? Why does this even exist? Why is there a Friday the 13th game?"
Wait, the one when Jason has like a pink fucking shirt on or something?
Yes.
Oh no.
Granted, the idea behind it was okay, but it was just kind of like, still to me, why does this exist? Like, I like Freddy Krueger, but I wouldn't play a Freddy Krueger game. Yeah, that game right there. It was just weird. But
what's she throwing at him? Like an actual rock?
That's what it looks like.
God, he looks like a fucking bunny or something. Like a green bunny. It's fucking ridiculous.
It's funny to me because I always get that game mixed up with Splatterhouse. You ever remember Splatterhouse?
Oh,
I always get those games mixed up. I'm like, which one is which? But yeah, because I always thought Splatterhouse was a remake of that game, of the Friday the 13th game. I still don't know how that works, but I'm just like, isn't that the exact same game? But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but no, Trey. I mean, and that's the thing. Like back in the day, they proved that this shit doesn't work, right? So it's like, why are they doing this again?
Exactly. Like, I don't know what the objective is going to be. Is it going to be like a reboot of how that game worked with the whole, like, one camper gets killed and you got to play as the other? Like, I don't know. This game does not need to exist to me.
Yeah. You know what they should do? They should add a zombie DLC.
Oh, Jesus.
A horde mode. Kill all the Jasons.
Yeah. Can you imagine that? Like, just 100 of them.
Yeah, that's the game. Ooh. Like, speaking of this, like, what, like, horror icons that, like I said, like, Jason, he's just a guy that fucking walks around with a big-ass blade. But it's like, I think they could use this idea so effectively with other horror icons, like a Chuckie game. That would actually be kind of cool. Like a Chuckie one. Jeepers Creepers one would be actually kind of cool.
Yeah, Jeepers Creepers, I'll give you that.
That would be cool. And then just do like a Freddy game, like pretty much similar to the Batman segments, the Scarecrow segments in the Batman games. Be something similar like that. You could get really fucking creative with a Freddy game like this. Do like some kind of dream sequence and shit like that. Like, I think that would actually be really fucking cool.
Yeah, no, I would love that shit. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, Adrian, you're not much of a video game player, and since you're into horror movies and whatnot, do you think you're gonna end up playing this game at some point? Like, would you or no?
Yeah, I might give it a chance.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know, man. I can't wait to see other people's reactions to it because here's the thing with all video games that come out nowadays. I literally just watch people play, and I get what I want out of it because just fuck it, you know what I mean?
True.
That's what they can do. That's how good games are nowadays. You can just play without playing it.
That's what I did with Resident Evil 7. Grant said what people said is actually not bad, like actually playing it. But I just got a good enjoyment because I was just mostly curious about the story. Like, I really didn't give a shit about the gameplay because it didn't look too much different from Resident Evil 4. And I was just like, yeah, this gameplay looks exactly the same like Resident Evil 4, even down to like how you do like the health packs. You got to like organize your ammo and your health. You got to fucking play Tetris and shit with that so you can have everything. Like, even down to that same system, it had it in Resident Evil 7. And I just really just watched it for the story, and I got pretty much the story and the gist of it. I was just like, oh, okay, all right, I'm good.
No, and I really can't wait to see how this can turn. This comes out apparently May 26th, and there's they've said so many dates for this fucking game. This game apparently was supposed to be out like last summer. So this constantly just gets postponed. I don't know why they even put dates out there anymore. Like, it'd be nice if just like one day a game would just be like, oh, we're out now. You can go play it. Like, that would be awesome.
I will give this credit to that one that he drew. What is his name? Scott Carthorne. I think the one that actually develops the Five Nights at Freddy games. He kind of just does that, like just out of nowhere, like it's up, it's there. Granted, the quality of the games might be, but like he does it. And the big thing too that I hate nowadays is just that whole. And maybe I'm just a dumbass, which it could be, but just that whole beta, early access shit. Because for the longest, I thought Street Fighter V was out for like a while before it was actually technically out. And it was just like, no, man, it's just early access. I'm like, God damn it, just release the game. So that shit aggravates me.
On top of that, and I'm going to defend some shit. Now, people are really going to start saying, like, oh, you're just like fucking Will or whatever. I'm sorry. But I'm excited for this shit. Call of Duty World War II, son! Now, this was an easy segue for me to make because we're talking about, we hate when games do, or when companies do the whole, like, early access shit, whatever the fuck the situation is. But this, they're honest. At least they're transparent. It's like the fans complain about the options, and Call of Duty is like, oh, you don't like having the option of, like, playing this futuristic, cool fucking game. Well, you know what? We'll make it shitty for you. And the fans better love this shit because people like me are going to fucking suffer. I gotta tell you, Call of Duty's been doing good. I've liked Call of Duty. I know you're not in your fucking head, Trey. But fuck you, dude.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, I bet you don't even play it and you hate it too, huh, Adrian? Huh?
Sure.
Yeah.
Damn. Adrian was pretty much. I do the popular thing. Sure, why not?
Beauty and the Beast for the fourth time.
Oh, fuck you.
No, it's like
Call of Duty. Oh, go ahead, Anthony.
No, go. Trey, you go ahead.
Call of Duty was just never my thing. Like I had more fun playing like Halo, and granted, Halo's dead now. Like I've enjoyed Halo since Halo 2 to the point where Call of Duty and Halo had this recently, but they had a tournament for those games and barely anybody showed up. So I think it's getting to the point where first-person shooters aren't even relevant anymore, which is kind of a shame in some ways, because I think that's why the Star Wars Battlefront game being changed up a little bit to not be that way anymore. Because I respected what first-person shooters like Call of Duty were doing. It's just that it just wasn't for me. I think the only thing close to that was Black Ops, because I enjoyed zombie mode.
Now, see, that's the thing that frustrates me so much because, man, Treyarch did the Black Ops games, and I fucking hate Treyarch so much. I've advertised this on the show many times. Speaking of hate, by the way, too, because I know he's going to be like, calm down, Nick, but Justin's here, you're here. How you doing, sir? I don't think your mic's working.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, wow. Just leave it like that. I hear you just fine.
I actually wanted to bring up a good point that Max had brought up in the chat too, because I know a lot of people wanted Call of Duty to do this. They wanted them to go back to the past and actually bring that back, because a lot of people liked it War that War. So Max said pretty much Battlefield 1 went back to the past and actually did really well and so well. So Call of Duty is like, yeah, let's do it too. So hey, it makes sense. It does make a lot of sense. And I will say this: I kind of was just always indifferent to the Call of franchise and stuff like that. Granted, some of the games and some of the modes do look cool. Like I have more fun in the zombie modes and the more arcadey modes and stuff like that. Like the first Call of Duty Black Ops, I had a really fun time playing. I think the level was called 5, where you play as like JFK and all those political figures and stuff like that, Castro and stuff like that, because it kind of reminded me of Time Splitters in a way. It's just like people talking shit to each other, but they're also like, shooting zombies. It just had this arcadey feel that I like. So I will say that, but the only reason why I was just kind of indifferent to Call of Duty and stuff like that is just because the whole military fucking shooters that's just becoming just like a plague on the video game industry, especially with first-person shooters. I'm just like, I am tired of this fucking military motif. Just stop. I want color or something. Something different. I guess that was the reason why Overwatch was like a breath of fresh air. And I know a lot of people are like, it probably shouldn't have been Game of the Year, shouldn't have been this, or shouldn't have been that. But it doesn't really have that. Well, it kind of does. They have that military motif, but it's kind of in the background more so than the Call of franchise, to me anyway. So that's why it's just, and it has color. It's fucking colorful. So it's just like, more of that.
I guess you're right, but like I don't know, man. I feel like Call of Duty added color too. Like Black Ops 3 was colorful as fuck. It was too futuristic. It was weird. And people still complain. But Rashad's in here actually. Rashad, are you a huge gamer dude or?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so what do you think about Call of Duty, man?
Not excited at all.
Well,
and I say that not as a hater, but as a person that I recently I sold my launch PS4 and I got a brand new one, the slimmer one. and that came with Infinite Warfare. So I was actually able to get it and try it out, and see how Call of Duty has done the past couple of years. And the biggest thing is that while the campaign was really a lot of fun, like, it felt like a lot of games in the past, like, it feels like Call of Duty is still in that Modern Warfare 2 frame of mind. Like, it feels like a lot of shooters have come out recently and they're doing things better because they copy from Call of Duty and then they innovate on it. Like wall running, Titanfall does that better. A lot of the gunplay, there are some games that are a lot less murky and do the controls a lot easier than Call of Duty does. I think a lot of people copy from it, they innovate and improve, and Call of Duty just sucks.
I don't think that's true, but
Well, no, let me get your opinion actually, since your mic's working.
Yeah, I had to find my portable one here, so.
Yeah, but no, man. Like, are you excited for this? And what do you think about the Call of Duty franchise in general?
Well, I mean, I've been outspoken on this chat for being a Call of Duty fan. Like, I've been a fan since the original Call of Duty on the PC when it first came out. And I don't really care in the sense that I'm, it's only Call of Duty games or nothing. I just want there to be good games. I feel like the Call of Duty hate train is just that thing that internet people do where it's like, oh, it sold a whole bunch of copies, therefore we hate it, kind of thing. Yeah. And to be fair, the last few Call of Duty games have ranged from being fine to terrible. I mean, not that they're all terrible completely, but it's like they're not on their A game like they used to be. So, but it's possible. They come out every now and then with a game that's really, really good. And it's not like saying, oh, they can never make a great game again. So if they make a good World War II game, then sure, I'll buy it.
Yeah, and the fact they're going back to World War II really bothers me. I really... Like, I know people like this, and I know Battlefield 1 was great and everything, but it's like, when I've gotten so many options at this point, and I've been able to fly all these really cool machines and do all this cool shit, how the fuck are you going to make me care about having minimal stuff to play with? You know what I mean? To enjoy.
Well, it's the argument of quality over quantity. It's just like, oh, you want more guns, but you want those guns to be good and actually feel different. I guess that goes back to the point that Rashad was making, where the gunplay feels better in other games because every gun doesn't feel like the same thing, just with like a slightly different motif or camo or something like that. And granted, some Call of Duty games, like Modern Warfare 3, in my opinion, did it the best because my brother agrees. He says that game, most of those guns actually feel slightly different, more different than any of the other games where you play any of the Call of Duty Black Ops games. Most of those guns feel the exact same. So that's one reason why it's just, and it's like personal preference and stuff like that. Like personally, that's one reason why I do like games like Quake or like Red Faction, because all of those guns are vastly fucking different. Like you get like this one gun like an Unreal Tournament where you shoot fucking like bubbles out, and then like another gun where you shoot like rockets and shit like that. Like all those guns are vastly different.
Yeah, but those are science fiction-y kind of games too. So I mean, you can't really judge that on the same level.
No, true. Like it is a different, motif and different genre and stuff like that. But some of those games even do the whole military. In my opinion, like Time Splitters, they have military rise game guns and stuff like that, and maps and levels. Like you can actually play Time Splitters 2 like a classic Call of Duty game if you wanted to, and it still feels better. And I still get a better sense of variety out of that. And maybe I'm just biased. Maybe just because I love Time Splitters too. So.
Well, clearly, you made that clear a very long time ago. So.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but also, it's the problem too that Call of Duty is limited by how many wars have been fought in American history, or in just in world history. Because, I mean, we're already stretching it playing Battlefield 1, because that's the last time we have automatic weapons that we can use in these games. So it's like, well, how much further forward or back could they go? I mean, are we going to do Civil War Call of Duty? I mean, where you have to take a minute to reload your gun and charge at people.
Yeah, which that could be a thing. Dude, people are like liking For Honor and shit. Like, oh, I love how like we had to come up to each other and we're like, do I hit you? Do you hit me? My shield?
Yeah, as long as you don't play the campaign.
Yeah.
No, like they couldn't do it, like, cause like you look at, with granted, I don't know if a lot of people liked it or not, but then you can make limited weaponry fun. I mean, look at with granted it's fucking robots and shit like that, but Horizon Zero Dawn, what the fuck is that game called? It's like, or Far Cry Primal, like it's pretty much just mammoths and animals, and pretty much most of your weapon is like a spear. So you can make limited stuff fun. It's just like you got to add variety and stuff like that.
Yeah, and
we're just gonna go to Call of Duty Caveman at this point.
Yeah.
I'd buy Call of Duty the first war.
No, but it's just funny too how we're talking about this because we're always talking about the faith in the future and the quality of current Call of Duty stuff, and then this guy over here is like, "Come on, guys, give me one more chance, just one more."
Dude, if this was a Hacksaw Ridge video game, I would buy it. That would.
I would fucking love that.
Like your special movie, or care package or whatever. You kick a grenade.
Random kick a grenade in the fucking air.
Special guest director Mel Gibson.
Oh my god, Joaquin Phoenix can do the fucking voiceovers for everything too.
Joaquin Phoenix?
Dude, the only thing, he was on Signs in some other movie too, so I don't know, fucking shit. But that was a bad joke. I'm sorry, everybody. But no, I'm hyped for this in a way. Worldwide reveal. I am so curious. I mean, I know a big topic for everything. I think we talked about this on the MCA, so that's weird. We've been doing this long enough to be talking about like a new Call of Duty comparing to last year's. But man, they got so many dislikes. I think Infinite Warfare's trailer had more than 60% dislikes. I mean, people just all together hated on it, and it wasn't even out yet.
I will say this about Call of Duty, and this is like the one thing I will say on it. I think people hate on it a lot because, I will admit, because it is popular. It's one of the top ones, so that it's there for the people to hate on because they see so much of it. But there were a lot of worse shooters that came out last year compared to Infinite Warfare. People must have forgot about Homefront: The Revolution because that was an awful game.
Homefront was, and that has so much potential too, man. Jesus.
It has
no, it didn't.
It was a guerrilla-style warfare from Red Dawn. It had potential, but they just
it's a sequel to a crappy game that no one liked in the first place. Why make a sequel to a crappy game and make it even crappier?
Well, yeah, but I mean, dude, okay, Battlefield Bad Company was fucking absolutely garbage, dude. That shit.
No, it wasn't.
Oh,
I hated Bad Company.
Yeah, Bad Company literally made people throw up while playing it because the fucking angles are so bad. Like, people literally had bad motion sickness from playing that game.
Okay.
Bullshit. I don't know. I never won that fantasy for it.
No,
I just have nothing to argue with. I'm just like, fine, okay, whatever.
I was like, I know I dropped something.
I know Max in the chat said, and Max in the chat has said pretty much that a lot of people, the big reason why, because I remember it too, like back in the day, people love the Call of Duty franchise, and he was saying like most of the hate is just due because it lost its own identity, especially when it was trying to do the whole futuristic thing, and once it was trying to do all that at these other things, it was just like, you're not Call of Duty anymore, you're just trying to copy all these other AAA franchise with first-person shooters. So I guess if they go back to roots with this whole, World at War II, maybe they can get that magic back that made Call of Duty fans fall in love with it the first time, and get some new people in there, more casual fans. So
one thing to bring up too, because we're talking about Call of Duty in the sense of like, yeah, guys, we're not happy with what you guys do, etc. But then you got situations like fucking Division. I guess the new update is delivering custom loadouts and tons of tweaks in the new update. Motherfuckers, can y'all finish your game? Like, dude,
no.
I cannot believe that's in an update. Hey, you guys can have custom loadouts. I can have custom loadouts in a fucking PS1 game. Like, dude.
I could have custom loadouts in a Mass Effect game. That game came incomplete too, so.
Yeah, this is bullshit. Like, honestly, at this point, are you guys surprised that there's so much hate with Division? I mean, is anybody in here that's still kind of like, hey, Division's alright, guys, come on.
No.
Like that?
No. I got burned by Destiny, I got burned by Division. I'm never going into these games again.
Yeah. And, God, I still, I feel like I need to play this game more because there's so much shit that I haven't unlocked and whatnot. I feel incomplete. I feel like I need to do something so I can fucking feel like I spent my $20, in a good way. And this is so bad. I cannot believe that this update is happening. It just released a few months ago, the survival thing. It's not even survival. They just gave it a name called survival, but it has nothing to do with fighting hordes of people or enemies. It's nothing.
And it's kind of funny too because I'm actually kind of glad that this is becoming a trend. I don't know how y'all feel about it, but I'm actually kind of glad that more games are doing horde modes because personally, I actually like horde modes. Like it was the only thing that I liked it in the Call of Duty games. Granted, I was indifferent on them. Like a Splatoon 2 is actually adding a horde mode too. So I'm like, yeah, more horde modes. Like that's fucking awesome. I like that type of stuff. And it's just like, granted, I won't go out and buy those games for that. But if I actually find myself playing it, I probably would play those modes. So, yeah.
By the way, Josh is in the chat. So yeah, Josh, since you're watching, dude, happy birthday. We said it earlier today. All that good jazz.
Happy birthday!
And you know what? Here's the thing. I'm gonna give you some advice for your birthday as a present. Shave that fucking mustache. And that's all I got. I'm so sorry. I feel like an asshole. But anyways, with Division, I think Ubisoft made this shit, right?
I think so. Yeah, it was Ubisoft. The only reason why I remember that is because Ubisoft, every time they do the whole E3 press conference, they always bring out that black lady that's tall as fuck, and she's just always hyped and shit. I'm like, I wish I could find a girl like you in real life.
Oh, Aisha Tyler?
Yeah, I love her. I love her so much. She's just always just so geeky and shit like that. It's adorable.
Awesome. I don't know what to say to that.
Julie!
Hey, Julie's in the house. What's up?
No, you're
muted.
muted.
You're muted. You know you're muted.
You can't hear you.
Sorry.
There we go.
Hey, how's Austin, by the way?
It was fun. It was a lot of fun. Last week we were there from Saturday to Thursday.
Nice.
So it was fun. Yeah, we hung out with Corey after one of the shows,
Oh
which
boy.
was pretty cool.
Yeah.
You guys got drunk as fuck, huh?
It was,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm jealous. I really, man, I cannot wait till Austin. Oh, man. Like, sorry,
It's gonna be so much fun.
Yeah, it's a fun town too. There's a lot of stuff to do everywhere.
I keep forgetting to. I keep calling the shit. I keep calling the month Austin. Like August and Austin sound the same. Like, hey, I'll see you guys in August. Or in August. In August.
Austin 31st, 2017.
Yeah, man. No, but Ubisoft. Yeah. Is anyone like still waiting for games to come out by these guys? Like, you guys still excited about Ubisoft stuff? But let me start with you.
Well, no, I was just gonna say, I think it's already out, but I was really curious when they were showing it off on E3, and I would still like to play it. Granted, the hype for it is kind of wore down. What was that game where they was like breaking into houses and shit? I think it was called Black Siege. Was it like it was a Rainbow Six game?
Oh, Rainbow Six.
Yeah, Rainbow Six Siege. That game actually looked good.
Game, by the way. Like,
Yeah. Breaking into houses and shit. No, but,
Manhunt.
Manhunt, some shit like that. No, but that game actually looked really fucking fun. And plus, I haven't really seen that concept being messed around. So, like, okay, I don't know what it is, but I love destructible environments, and I love seeing that shit in houses and how it like goes into the like level design and the game mechanics of a game, like how you have to place like C4 on like the ceiling and you have to blow it up and actually go in up there to actually retrieve like the hostage or whatever. Like I love how indestructible environments are implemented inside the gameplay of a game. I love seeing that shit. Like it's just so it makes me geek out. It makes the inner game developer in me just so happy. But no, I really want to play that game. I think that's,
I just picture that Anthony would never use doors in his life if he could just
No.
blow up all the environment. I got a shotgun. I'm just gonna blow through the wall.
Just gonna blow through the wall. No, I love seeing that shit.
Yeah, I did play. I really hate that fucking game. But
Oh.
I get your it's cool. But hey, you know what though? And I didn't mean to make you sad with that one. But you know, you were happy. Oh, I love that game. I'm geeking out. But you know what? I'm really gonna fuck up your mood, man. I cannot wait to do this because I hate this shit. Kejio is gone. It's dead.
No. Pause. Trey, tell him. Tell him.
Well, the article that was been going around about Kejio being canceled, turns out it was just a 4chan fake by Dash A Dash saying that. So it's not getting canceled. It was just a rumor. They faked a blog post created by the author.
Nick, the anime booty shaking, tits shaking shit don't stop. That train is still going and my boner is still hard. Woohoo! Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord, man. Praise him.
Here's the thing, man. I'm noticing something with you. You like this show, and I'm sorry to bring up just some bad shit, but you also like the fucking handmaiden. And it's just like, you son of a bitch.
Nick, not everyone has to have the same opinions.
But this fucking, you defend shit just because
Nick.
Oh boy.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Nick. I'm a perv. It's honest. It's fine.
Fucked up, man.
One, I've not seen the movie, so I can't probably defend it. Two, you already know what my hard drive's full of, just regular random movies.
I want you after hours. You can share your screen. I want to see that shit. You probably got fucking some gross, nasty things in there.
You'll get to see my Mass Effect background.
And granted, like, I know, Nick, I know what it is. It's stupid. It's just stupid. Like, and this is the funny thing about it is, like, this is just most anime nowadays. And I don't mean to, like, generalize the entire genre. But nowadays, that's why most anime fans actually get mad at it. Like, Trey, am I wrong? Like, it's mostly full of fan service nowadays.
Yeah, like, that's my main problem. That's why I find anime hard to watch nowadays. Like, I really do. No. Dude, like, the animes I grew up with back in the 90s, and, like, when I watched, because I used to watch older anime from the 80s and 90s, and that kind of thing, like, the fan service was there, but there was way more animes that had the adventure and the knowledgeable stuff in it than the fan service. But now, like, in the new age of anime, it just seems like all it is fan service, and it's really hard to really filter out what's going to have a good story and what isn't going to have a good story, and just going to throw boots in your face. Like,
yeah,
it's just
remember they
ridiculous.
had plots?
No, and granted, you still got your good animes out there. I know a lot of people always say Drifters. I know Attack on Titan season 2 just came out. Boku no Hero actually just came out with a second season too. So you still got your choice of good animes. But for me, I'm just like, yeah, I like something that you could just really just turn your brain off. Like Kejio, like when granted, yeah, it knows what it is. I think it does. But like when I watched it, I think it does. No, but I enjoyed the fuck out of it when I watched it because it was just like, okay, like I said, it takes a weakness of an entire genre anime that has fan service, and it says, you know what? Let's just take the fan service out and actually build a plot from that. And I love No, I love it. It's like, and the funny thing about it is like after you get over this fan service and the cute kawaii girls and shit like that, it was actually a really fun story. Like it was just like sports with all like these girls and shit like that. Kind of reminded me like watching Wipeout or something like that. It was just like, damn, they actually made this actually intriguing. Like I would not mind watching that shit by myself. It was fun. For other reasons. Yeah, I did. I know. I'm sorry. No.
The original creator of Kejio actually wanted people to ignore the fan service and take it serious as an actual sport anime.
What?
Yeah, they.
There's a story.
It is.
He didn't say story. He said take it.
It is. It is a story.
He said take it serious as an actual sport anime. Like he wanted to be seen in the likes of Prince of Tennis and Kureno no Basket, which are other sport animes. One about tennis, the other one about basketball. That's the level they wanted them to take Kejio as.
But like as a person that comes from Cleveland, Ohio, and has like the Cleveland Cavaliers, and they finally won the NBA Finals, I understand the underdog, and Kejio is pretty much the underdog story. It's about the underdog. Understand? Yes. That's a great story. Great personality. No, like
a very deep character owns that pair of buttocks right there.
This show just got really
also, Anthony, I can't help but just maybe it's where my mindset is. When you say Cleveland, I heard cleavage. I was like, yeah, the cleavage Cavaliers.
You know what, Justin? You're not lying. Like for the longest when I was young, that used to be the joke. Like they used to actually call us that for a long ass time. So you're not lying. You're not too far off. No, but it is. It is.
Hey,
It's
you know
like,
what? As an art guy, I could say yes. Like the way that cut is done, you could say there's a lot of character development there.
It's a lot of plot. It's a lot of plot. When a girl looks at a guy's abs, they be like, "Damn, he's got great character development."
So much meat.
I don't really watch a whole lot of anime. But if I had to pick an anime, I probably wouldn't pick one that was just like, ass. Yeah, yeah.
Hey, I ain't trying to impress nobody. I ain't gonna be watching no like Nobel Peace Prize anime or no shit like that. Like, I'm cool, whatever. It's like, hey, I like what I like. I'm gonna enjoy that shit. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm.
Another big thing, and hey, I'm sorry, no official reference for this particular topic. I just want to get some, especially from Justin. Actually, I know you're gonna like.
Oh.
Apparently there's a writer's strike, and apparently it won't affect the MCU Phase 3, whatever the fuck that means.
Oh, did this strike actually pass? Oh yeah, no, they've been talking about this for the last month or two now because what's going on is there's a writer's strike. I mean, because this is the time of year when the Writers Guild negotiate their contracts with all the big studios and such, because that helps them get health benefits, that helps them get their pensions, whatever the case may be. And they already negotiated with the directors because the directors, it's easier to give them compensation. They get paid as much as producers, well, relatively speaking, but writers don't get paid nearly as much. So the writers have been negotiating for this hard. And, there was the previous strike that happened back in 2009, 2008 or 9, I think. Yeah. When they stopped working because of digital media distribution, because they weren't getting any compensation for TV shows that were distributed online. Now the problem is that the studios are trying to force them to cut down their healthcare plans and make them pay out of pocket with the money, with that money where the studio has the money to afford for those healthcare plans. And they're not willing to share. So it's like these writers who are already not getting paid as much as anybody else on the team are expected to put more of their own money into funding their own healthcare. Just sunscreen, man, dude. Yeah.
What's the? And maybe you can answer this, Justin or Nick. But it's like, what's the difference between? Because don't they have like these writers blocks like every so often? Like, wasn't it with like a voiceover line? It was like a lot of stuff. It's just like
these are different guilds, different organizations. So like when it's voice actor strikes, that's the actual guild in probably the Screen Actors Guild that involves voice actors. In this case, this is Writers Guild. So it's anybody with writing involving television shows, movies, video games, a lot of things. Anyone who's in the guild itself, who's a member of any signatory or whatever, they are a guild member. That's what they'll affect. So.
Wait, when was the last time we had a writer's strike anyway? Wasn't it 2007?
Well, like I said, back in 2007 or 8, they struck because they weren't getting paid compensation for TV shows distributed online because that was a brand new thing. So they went on strike saying, we want a cut of this profit. So that was them.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, like I can hear you in the Hangout, but I can't hear you when through the YouTubes.
What do you think about this, Nick? I didn't realize the last name was Sarah. Like Michael Sarah. Michael Sarah.
Oh.
Hey, that was a good one there, Justin.
Don't go on strike on me now, please. There are writers on that show?
I knew that was coming.
Yeah.
Like, I guess that's why Alan has said so many punchlines when he brought this up. He's just like, so many jokes I could make with this. Oh, man, you leave it alone.
These shambling scripts are coming onto the stage now. These undead, unfeeling scripts.
Man, always gotta be talking shit, man. Always gotta be talking shit, Justin. No, but I mean, for me, yeah.
No, look, to be fair, Nick, this will affect everybody if this strike goes on. It's a big deal. So I'm making light of it for now, but it's a huge problem. So.
When I saw it, maybe they just put this up there just to kind of get people interested in the topic and everything. But like, they even had like pictures of Spider-Man: Homecoming and fucking stuff like that. Would this affect those movies that are already set? Like they already have a release date and everything?
No, I mean those movies have already been written. So what happened last time when the writer's strike happened before? They had their scripts they had set aside. They kind of stockpiled a little bit and like, okay, we got a few ideas for movies and that kind of stuff. But that means that anything that's in the development right now is good. But any projects coming in the future that they don't have written, they don't have set for, especially network television, they're going to get boned. They're going to get boned super hard by this because those shows are being written, continuously over the weeks that they're being filmed. So, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, that sucks, and that's the thing that really bothers me too. Is like, sometimes soon we're actually gonna be getting this right here, Predator, done by Shane Black. And the thing is, now apparently it's bumped to August 2018. Do you think that this has anything to do with the writer's strike? Or?
Oh yeah, I've seen there's like 3 or 4 movies that just got pushed. Like Insidious got pushed, Red Sparrow got pushed, the Predator got pushed, a couple other movies got pushed. I think they're trying to plan out for like if the strike goes on longer, we have movies as backup for things that people want to see, not just the crappy scripts that will pump out during that time.
I don't know, man. And I'm so hyped for this movie, by the way. I cannot fucking.
Oh yeah, have you seen the cast on it? It's great.
Actually, I haven't. Who is gonna be in this?
Oh, let's see. The main guy from Narcos is gonna be one of the lead characters. The guy who's the bad guy in Logan.
Okay.
Oh, well, he's great. He's great at Narcos. But if you look at the supporting cast, the lead guy from Moonlight, the older character version of Moonlight, is in this.
Mm.
No. The older version of the kid at the very end. The guy who's the drug dealer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Got to be a drug dealer in there somewhere. God damn.
you'll. Yeah. Anyways, but no, there's a big cast of like these well-known character actors.
Isn't the kid from The Room on this? Jacob.
No, Room, not The Room.
Oh yeah, Room. Yeah.
But
That's
yes.
a completely different one. Yeah, my bad.
You're tearing me apart, Predator.
I would never go see this movie. Oh, hi, Predator.
Like you hear. Tommy was so laughing and shit, like the end of Predator 1. It'd be Tommy was so instead of the Predator and shit.
Dude, okay, no, that would be a perfect edit. Take out all of Schwarzenegger's dialogue and replace it with Tommy Wiseau voicing the lines. Just that would be... And everyone's like, what was that?
It's great.
It really is terrible.
It's great. Stop. It's a fantastic movie. I saw it. It's terribly awesome.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I think the last time it was thing because I think he just came out with a movie that I cannot even remember the goddamn name on. And then the last thing I remember, he was doing like something with Hulu. Like he had like some kind of deal, like some kind of TV show.
He had some really awful TV show. I saw like a couple scenes from it. It's unwatchable.
Yeah, I can't even remember the name of it.
Is it called The Neighbors? I think.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw a couple of episodes. Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah, nah. Yeah. So. Yeah. You know what? Let I want to let Trey Cooper. I want to actually let Trey Cooper take the race because he was actually just hyped as fuck about this. He was just like, I was just like, oh, okay, like what's going on, Trey? Like, why are you hyped?
Man, Carmen Sandiego, I guess it's one of those things. It's gonna be typical. It was my childhood, man. And granted, like the Carmen Sandiegos from back in the day, like I still love them. Hell, I even found the game again to be able to play on the archives and everything. It's just because it was rumored for the longest time, and it's just like, with you got cartoons nowadays like Steven Universe and Star Wars Force to even take on the serious things, serious topics and stuff like that. And I would just love to see that with Carmen Sandiego in a modern day setting. Like I would love Carmen Sandiego to get those kind of storylines. Like that's what I'm more hyped about. It's like we're going to see an actual Carmen Sandiego with actual, stuff happening, not just a monster of the week type thing. So it's I can't wait for that.
Trey, if I may argue though, Carmen Sandiego was built as an educational TV show and video game. So it kind of defeats the purpose if there's actual plot because it's no longer Carmen Sandiego then.
That's the thing. It's like rumor has it that, and I don't even know if it's rumor or if it's like already confirmed, but yeah, Carmen Sandiego is coming to Netflix. It's going to be an animated series, but this animated series is actually going to tackle her origin story and actually get to learn more about her characters.
Again, the point of the show is to the point of the show is to teach you about countries and history.
Which you can still do. Like, just don't you think it could still do that?
Probably.
Like,
My parents were killed by textbooks.
And the funny like education. No, like the funny thing about it is like it's gonna be like, granted, you bring up a good point, Justin, but it's probably gonna just be like a short miniseries, short animated miniseries. I wonder if it's actually gonna have that same paper cutout art that we see in the teaser poster, because I actually like that art a lot. That actually looks really fucking cool. That would actually be really, really cool. But it's gonna be like just 20 episodes, I believe. I don't know if it's gonna get like a first season, second season, but it just says it's gonna be just 20 episodes are already confirmed. And like they said, they're just gonna go in the mysteries of Carmen Sandiego and her character and her origin stories. Now, you said like the show was actually supposed to teach you about history and geography. I still think it can still do that, because Carmen Sandiego was pretty much like a thief, right? Like, wasn't she like a thief? That was her character.
Yeah.
So I think, what?
Oh, I was saying the whole motivation for this, and then the Where in Time is Carmen Sandiego, is that she goes back and takes something of some historical or cultural significance from some place, and then you know, at least in the video games, you had to like study your way through history to figure out these puzzles and learn about culture while taking down the bad guy, kind of thing. So
yeah, and I think the show could still tackle that with this, with the whole, you know, like she can go like to different locations and still do that and stuff like that, and like teach you along the way, or maybe just use like the context clues, or you could still, I think it could still be educational and stuff like that, or maybe they just want to tell a cool story with this cool, unique character, because the mystery is the reason why I think she was like really, really popular, because it's just like, who is Carmen Sandiego? Like, what is her past and what is her origins? So I think they can actually get really, really fucking cool. Plus, it's on Netflix. It's on Netflix, so I have faith in Netflix that they could do something cool with this.
yeah, but I think they already did her origin story twice in both Where in Time and in Where in the World. So I'm like, what else is there to tell you that you didn't already figure out? You know, because they spelled it out for you in those shows.
Well, Trey, what do you got to say to that? Because like maybe they could use that same source material to like tell her story in this and actually add a few more details or something like that. So
that is a good point, Justin. But the thing is, with those old, like, was that in the cartoons or the games? Because I don't remember that being. See, I don't remember that being in the show at all. Like,
I remember seeing the episode. They were like teasing, like, "Oh, this is where Carmen Sandiego became Carmen Sandiego," but I never actually saw the episode where they told you what happened. So,
yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, maybe with this Netflix series, we get that. Like, with Anthony's point, like, granted, it could still be educational, but me, it's like, if I want that, like I said, I just played the game in our Internet Archive. And I can still watch those old cartoons if I want to. Like, I just want this to be something different. Like, it can still be, if an educational thing comes back, that's fine. I'll take it. But I was like, they can actually just leave that, because I feel like they explored the educational stuff way more in the past. Like, what else can they really teach in that? That's why I would like to see it just be a standalone Carmen Sandiego story here.
Have you seen how dumb kids are these days? I'm just saying.
Yeah, I wonder who they're marketing it to, because if it's marketed to people our age, it'll definitely be like an origin story. But if it's meant for like kids and stuff, then they probably focus more on the education.
Yeah. No, like, I really hope. No, I would just really like. I think they probably got. Granted, like we can like judge and like do all this stuff like that. But like, if I had any guesstimate, I'm really thinking that they target, just for the simple reason that it's on Netflix. I think they're more targeting young audience and stuff, like people that grew up with Carmen Sandiego. Because if you try to target this to like a younger generation, they literally are going to say, "Who the fuck is Carmen Sandiego?" So, so it's just like, I think they're really targeting us. Like, hopefully, like we'll really know for sure once we see like the first pilot episode, the first teaser trailer or whatever, then we'll really know for sure. But just me going based off, like I said, Netflix, then putting it on Netflix, I think it's going to be for a more mature audience. I can only hope so, though. I can really only hope so. So, we'll see. It just does. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The little PM system, the little oval shape and stuff like that, because the show does not, like, the show must, the show is over. Let's word. The show is over.
The show.
The show is over, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the fun has to stop because people, if you might not know, we do the MCA after hours where all rules, no rules, just nothing. You can just do whatever the fuck you want. You can watch movies on the Google Hangouts if you want to. You can probably play games on Steam. Y'all could just get together and do all that crazy shit. Y'all just here to just chill, hang out, get to know people, make friends. We love you. We love you. We love you. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yay.
We can do both at the same time, though.
Yeah. We do it anyway. I think we do it anyway. So yeah,
that's how I talk crap to you guys through Quiplash. So.
Mm-hmm.
With last call, good time, bullshit, good times. Oh, make sure y'all vote on the polls for the next theme of Anime Night. Like I said, it's gonna be Studio Spotlight. I keep saying anime. I
don't want to know what that is.
No, stop.
That's where most anime is coming from these days.
Oh.
No, it seems like you guys want to do Studio Gynex. So Gynex, we're probably gonna be doing animes based off Gynex animation. So it seems like that's what it's gonna be cool and stuff like that. Trey, are you fine with that? Are you fine with that, sweetie?
I even though I only see three votes on there. Let's give it to Monday. Let's put it on the let's give it to Monday and let's see what happens.
Let's give it to Monday. Okay,
so
but from the master himself, he said, "Let's give it to Monday." So just vote on the polls. Make sure you guys vote on that and stuff like that. And yeah. So we're just waiting to see what's going on with that. And people, with that being said, say it with me on three. Say it with me on three. 1, 2, 3. Attack!
I agree.